Hi, this is Cheryl from Majestic Wire Artworks. In this little mini video, I am going to show you how to make a basic bead drop as neat as possible. Because in order for work to look professional, you need to know the little tricks to making a bead drop nice and neat. Now, I'm not using head pins. I am just bending the bottom of the wire like that and crimping it up nice and tight. Now you could do this with a head pin too. I just always make my own, so I never think of buying any. Okay, so that's what you want at the bottom. A lot of times, most of the time, I make fancy little coils at the bottom, but we don't have to do it that way. So I'm just using a long, I'd say this is a working piece of wire, and I can make multiple bead drops from the one wire. It's just easier. I usually start with a foot, but I think I've got around 8 inches here, but I'm just making one bead drop to show you. So I've got a teardrop here, and I'm going to put another little bead on top of it to give it a more finished look, because it's got a flat edge on top there. Let's see what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, see how that just gives it a more finished look? Okay, and then with this type of eardrop, I want this to be the back view. I want it to look like this from the front, where it's flat. Okay, and what it's going on, it's going to need a side-to-side loop. The last project I worked on had a front-to-back loop, so you need to have that and bear that in mind when you're doing your project. Now I'm going to have it so, I want to have it so it shows 4 wraps. And on my round nose pliers, that takes about the middle of my, on the pliers themselves, I guess is what you, I can't remember what these are called. Silly me. Okay, I'm pushing it forward to make the loop. And I don't need a huge loop. I'm doing an average size loop. There's some projects where you need bigger loops, like if it's going around 2 core wires. Carefully making it round. Pulling it back. And that looks nice and neat. Okay. Now I'm going to wrap it 4 times. And I'm going to try and snug it up as best I can. And it's going to go in and out of blurriness. Okay, so on this side, it's going to show 4 wraps. Okay, I need to make it go a little bit more. Then I'm going to snip it off at that point to go at the side of it, or a little further to the back, because we want the end to be hidden. So now I'm going to crimp that in. Okay, so it looks pretty neat, but it's not perfect. Sometimes it gets messy around here, so to straighten it out, you just go like this and make it straight from all sides. And this isn't straight either, so then you bend it straight. So it looks like that. Okay. And when I hold it, it's still not quite straight. So you're always checking. And I want the bottom to be straight too. It's a little bit off. So I'm going to hold on to this and bend it so that they run in a straight line. And now I see I've bent this again. So I'm going to straighten that again. And when you do these things, then they hang nice. Okay, and it's done. Thanks for joining me.